So I want to welcome all of you for coming. My name's Alicia Gallegos Butters. And how many of you are really sick of getting emails from me? So I am the esport person and I'm sending out those emails. I see, David, is that your curly top? Oh, what a sweetie. We can see the back of his head. Hey. So today we are super excited to announce we are doing a spring tournament, and this is going to be very unlike the other tournaments that we've done in the past, which have been face-to-face. But the San Diego County Office of Ed, we have partnered with High School Esport League, and it's an organization that organizes and promotes esports. We decided to partner with them because number one, they could really work with all our districts here in San Diego County to put together a really cohesive league that really at the County Office of Education, we needed their help. And they were like, we can help you. So we decided to really kick this off by doing a April tournament and making it all grade levels, which has been different from what we've done in the past. Because in the past, we've really just done high school and some middle school. So it is going to be 100% virtual. And that is something that I've been asked a lot of questions about. However, people have been asking, can the students be at one location? Like, can they be at the school? And we're going to answer all of those questions for you. But I do want to make sure that you understand SDCOE's commitment to esports. And we are committed to growing San Diego County into one of the premier esport locations for academics throughout San Diego or throughout the United States. So when people think about esports and how they do it right with academically, we want them to think of San Diego County. And so my partner, Pamela, and I have been working with High School Esport League to put that league and that vision together. So I'm going to pass this on to Farah, who is in the meeting. She just came on. And Farah's going to talk to you about how you will sign up for the tournament and a little bit about High School Esports League so you can get all of that information and we can start this whole exciting adventure that we're on. So Farah?
Definitely. Thank you, Alicia. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are enjoying that incredible weather out there in San Diego.
Farrah, we can't hear you very well.
Volume's really low.
Yell.
Okay, 1 second. I'm so sorry. Can everyone hear me now?
Still low.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Your Zoom microphone settings.
All right. How do I sound now?
Oh, loud and clear.
Good.
Like
All
you're in
right,
our Zoom
good.
meeting.
All right, good. Glad to be here, everyone. Really excited about the opportunity with San Diego County and get an opportunity to work with all you incredible educators and the students of San Diego. So just to give you a little background on Generation Esports, we launched about 7-8 years ago, but truly still a startup up until a couple of years ago, where the organization really started to form and we started to bring on employees and things like that. So right now we're up to almost 70 employees in over 3,500 schools. We are the largest esports / scholastic gaming organization in the country. Our goal is to use esports and gaming as a foundation for increasing education and career opportunities, right? So better student engagement, better GPAs, college scholarship opportunities, and hoping students find a way or using gaming as a foundation to shape their future career path, potentially somewhere in the areas of STEAM when we look at science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, or potentially leading to something else outside of the STEAM fields. So gaming is who we are, is what we do, but our mission is students first, meeting them in their space, connecting with them to create an incredible experience, but letting them know that the world is really a big place and full of opportunities. And gaming itself is a major industry, right? So all those same opportunities apply to them from operations, product development, gaming, development, marketing, and so on from there. So this tournament is to really showcase and give the educators as well as the students opportunity to see the platform, explore the platform, engage with their students, student engagement, and leverage what can video gaming mean for your classroom, right? And I think that's really important. Shannon, who will be your success lead, and she's going to walk through the entire platform today to understanding how to sign up and things like that. Let me be clear, sign up takes a good 20 to 30 minutes, right? It's not a 5-minute quick sign up, but we're going to show you how to build out your team, build your rosters and things like that. And we will also, beyond this call, we're always also here to support you just through this entire journey as you on board for this tournament and what that may mean for the future going into the fall. And then Kendra is your community leader. She will definitely work with you all through the tournament. She developed this tournament that we've seen that would best fit the students from elementary, middle school to the high school students. So at this point, I am definitely going to let Shannon jump in about the platform. And you know what? I'm sorry, before we jump into the platform, first of all, I do want to answer any questions that you all may have right now. I know esports is pretty new for a lot of people on this call, but I also know some people on this call, they're very aware of the video game space. They understand that esports, electronic sports is the new thing, and that's taken over. So if there's any questions that you have for us, please feel free to let us try to answer those today.
And do we just want to do a shout out of what schools we're from so you can get an idea of the schools?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, oh, coach needs to go to a football practice. Yes, I will send you the link tomorrow.
Okay, Sanford Carvajal, Mount Carmel High School, going to football practice.
Okay, coach, thank you. Thank you for stopping in. Make sure you get the video.
And coach,
IRL.
He has some really good players. So he may
awesome.
be.
Looking forward to it.
Everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And let's just do a popcorn. So popcorn out who you are and just so we can get an idea.
Ray Kinney, San Diego High School, teach game design.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Marco Ray, Chula Vista Middle, site supervisor and taking over for gaming for now.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Brooke Lamont. I'm at Oceanside Adventist Elementary. I just have a lot of avid gamers looking for something fun to do.
Okay, awesome.
This is our first time. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to it.
I'm Spencer Porcelli. I'm at Mission Hills High School and San Marcos Unified, and we have a Smash Club that we're trying to evolve into a competitive esports club team.
Awesome. We're ready for your team to bring it.
All right.
Come show these other schools what's going on. Okay.
We're ready.
I'm JP Montello, and I teach robotics here at Set High.
Oh, nice.
And then we also have a good game club. Your kids, play video games down in the den. So we've got some kids that are interested.
Awesome. That's great, JP. Thanks. Hey, Nick, I just seen that you dropped a message. I don't know if you can.
I'm David Forrester. I'm at Mission Vista High School in the Vista Unified School District. And I'm the advisor for the esports club here.
Nice. Okay, great.
And if you
Awesome.
just want to put their information, if you don't want to speak up, you could put your information in that.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine too. So we can get into the signing up too.
Awesome. If there's anyone.
Hi, I'm Maristy Casillas from Mar Vista Academy. I'm the site supervisor here for the after school program. My gaming coach couldn't be here, so I'm filling in for him.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marian. I'm gonna speak so you can hear my fantastic accent. I'm from the San Diego French American School, if you couldn't tell. And I'm the middle school coordinator. I'm an avid gamer and we're looking for students to do something too. So
Nice. All right, Marianne, thank you. Yes, it's gonna be exciting.
So we could just start with the platform.
Awesome. So we're gonna, okay.
Yeah, Farah, I can move into the platform.
Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Shannon. I am the Pacific and Rocky Mountain Success Agent. So what I do is help onboard schools from those regions to our platform. I am also the customer success lead. Kendra is also here. She is the San Diego County community lead. She is also one of our community managers. So in addition to San Diego, she also manages some other community partners.
And just to let everyone know this call, oh, I think everyone knows this call is being recorded. Okay, great.
Actually, Alicia, I am unable to share my screen at the moment. It said is disabled.
You should be able to now.
Yes, okay. Here we go. And can everyone confirm that they can see my screen? Awesome. Yep, so this is just San Diego County onboarding. We're gonna go over the tournament, the game selection, schedule overview, registration, and then a platform demo. So Alicia mentioned High School Esports League. That is the name of our company, but we also have Generation Esports, which is sort of like the overall organization. And underneath Generation Esports is our Middle School Esports League, HSCL, which is the High School Esports League. And then we also operate the NJCAAE League, which is the National Junior College Athletic Association. Our platform, it's a technology platform for schools to do all of their league management and team management. So what we offer is a competitive platform for students and schools to compete in esports across all games, age levels, and organizations. Our platform provides communities everything needed to operate and run engaging esports competitions. So we're teaming up with San Diego County of Education to provide a private 3-day esports tournament for elementary, middle, and high schools in San Diego County. For the high school and middle schools, we are offering 3 game titles for students to compete in. For the elementary schools, we're offering 1 game title, and Kendra will go into more depth in the next slide. All right. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so we have 4 games here, and you guys awesomely filled out that survey, which helped me a lot picking out that 3rd game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the selection here. I think we have a lot of Smash interest. So Super Smash Brothers is going to be 1 versus 1. That's only played on the Nintendo Switch. Rocket League is going to be a team-based game, 3 people versus 3 people, and that is cross-platform, which means an Xbox player can play with a PlayStation player, can play with a PC player, can play with a Switch player. And then NBA 2K21 is 1v1, and that would be played on the PlayStation. At the moment, we are not offering Xbox. However, if we get a lot of feedback that we need to add Xbox, that is no problem to add that. So, and then that is for middle school, high school, and then elementary school, we are doing Mario Kart 1 versus 1. So really excited to do Mario Kart because it's just an amazing game, and who doesn't want to throw a shell at Mario? And that will be played on the Switch. And then as far as schedule, I do have registration open right now. It is live, it is ready to go. We're hopefully going to show you everything you need to know about the platform and getting on and getting registered. don't feel like you have to register today. Take your time, get familiar with it, register when you're ready. Tournament date is the 27th, 28th, and 29th of this month in April, and the playoffs will take place on the 30th. And that will be at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So queue times are going to be, as mentioned, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And you can see them below. 5 o'clock Mario Kart, 6 Smash, 7 Rocket League, and 8 is for NBA. For those of you who might be unfamiliar with what a queue time is, basically you enter a lobby. You lobby up with your team when everyone's ready. Then you can queue in into your match. I went to Denver last week and they just opened an In-N-Out. And apparently In-N-Out burgers are really good. And they had a queue system where you go park into this empty parking lot. And then whenever your number is called or your queue is called, then you are able to get in line. So if you kind of think of it that way, it's just kind of, you know, getting in line, getting ready to play. So that is games and schedules.
And I will go over the queue system more in depth, but it's basically schools and students don't have to schedule their own matches. They'll just see which available queue times are available for them to queue up for the match and whichever works best for them. So there's no sort of manual scheduling that schools have to do. So here's the registration process. This isn't meant to do in real time because I know you guys still have to speak with your students and you have to invite your students to join the team and things like that. But the first step would be one advisor from each school will sign up on the Generation Esports website. And then from there, when you're on the dashboard, you will create a team and apply for the San Diego County community. And I will also go over all of these steps during the demo in just a short minute, but I just wanted to cover some of these. The next step would be to add members. So this is the process of inviting students to join your team. This is high school only because elementary schools and middle schools, those students are a bit younger and any student under the age of 13 cannot sign up on our platform. So what we'll do is actually create those student accounts for you. So there's no registration process in terms of creating student accounts for the students under 13 years old. We will create those student accounts for you and just send you back login information for each student. So all they'll have to do is just log in and they won't need to provide any personal information. The next step would be for students to connect their games. This is student only, and this is the process of students adding gamer tags on their profile. The next step would be to create a roster. So you'll be creating rosters for each game. So let's say you have a Rocket League team, and then you'll just create a roster for Rocket League, add the students, and then the next step would be to register that roster for the tournament. And that's the actual last step in registration. Next, it's up to you and your students to queue up further matches when it is game time.
We do have a question.
Yes. Is it in the chat?
Glenn, raise your hand.
Yes, on the too young to sign up, good call on keeping student privacy and not breaking the laws. Yay for you. That's great.
Yes.
But so I get that, but I'm wondering, is there going to be maybe a teacher generated communication platform, like a form that they can use where they could sign them up, the teacher could sign them up and get it directly to you, or is that just going to be something that's emailed? What's the
process?
Right. Yeah.
I could actually answer that, Glenn. In the initial email, and I can resend it out, I did create a Google form that you could make a copy of and send out to your students. And then you would be able to send that back, and that's how they could generate it. So it had the student's name and all that information. So I'll resend that out with this link as well.
Yeah, that makes that email now makes more sense connected to this presentation. So thank you. That's a very good idea you came up with.
just to reiterate, advisors will not invite students to join their team if they're from elementary and middle schools. Students under the age of 13 cannot sign up on the platform. Jenny will create those student accounts for you. So I will be communicating with each team advisor to facilitate that process. Okay, so I'm going to dive into the platform. Here is our Generation Esports website. Only one advisor from each team will
I can't see
sign
the
up.
website, Shannon.
Oh, give me 1 second. Here we go. How's this?
Good.
Awesome. So here is our Generation Esports website. One advisor will click sign up. From here, you'll just put your first name, last name, zip code, your faculty email address, please, and then your password. Click continue. It'll take you to another page to approve some terms and services. And then from there, your account is created. And then all you'll have to do is just verify your email. Going to log in here so we can take a look at the dashboard.
I had some issues on this part of it. Was when I was signing up, you have to confirm your email address.
Yes.
And each time I honestly, it didn't show up in my spam. It hasn't shown up in my inbox. Is there an issue here that's known, or?
It may, your school may just be blocking the verification email for some reason. Glenn, if you want to email me, Shannon at highschoolesportsleague.com, I could manually verify your email for you.
Can I just put it in the chat?
Sure.
I don't mind people emailing me. The
No
inbox is
worries.
already too full anyway, so there you go.
Okay, so here is your main dashboard page. From here, you'll want to create a team. Actually, I'm going to show you guys a different way. From here, let's go to communities. So there's two different ways you can do this. You can go ahead and create a team, put in some information, or you can go straight to the communities tab. We'll find San Diego County. You guys have your own private community. If you click learn more here, here is your community page. We have an about section. Here's where announcements will be posted if we need to post any announcements. Here are the tournaments. So you can actually see all of the games here. And if you click on one of the tournaments, you'll see a competition overview. So we have the registration ends, tournament ends. Here you can see that it's a 1v1, which means one student will be competing against another student. And then we have this best of 3, meaning they'll play 3 games. I'm going to go back to the San Diego County community. And on this right-hand side, I'm going to click join. And you guys will join as a team. So this is where you can also create a team here. Here are some terms of services and a privacy policy that you can look over and agree to those community guidelines. You can put your team name. And then your school name. This one might be taken. Here we go. So I'm pending currently in the San Diego County community. I will be approving, or maybe Alicia, we still need to get together on that, but I will be approving each team. And this is a sort of a verification to make sure that whoever is signing up is a member of the faculty at that particular school. So we don't want students joining and signing up as a team. Those applications will be denied. It is only for school advisors. So here's my team. Now you can see once I created that team, join the community, it will be listed over here. We have some team details. You can edit this. You can add a logo as well. Here's our members tab. So for the high school teams, here's how you will add members. So click this add member button and you can input each student's email, or you can generate an invite link, copy paste this, and then you can send that out to your students, and all they'll have to do is just click that link. It'll prompt them to create an account and accept your invitation to join the team. If you input each student's email, they'll just receive an email saying so-and-so school has invited you to join the team. Please complete these registration steps. Here's the rosters tab. So this is where you will be creating rosters for each game. You'll click create new. You can name your roster. You can select the games. You can see that it has all of the games that we have offered in the past, but your students will focus mostly on the games that we are offering for this competition. I do want to backtrack just a little bit. Once your students are on the dashboard, their immediate step is to add their game connections. So this is the process of them putting their gamer tags on their profiles. So let's say Johnny wants to play Rocket League. Johnny's gamer tag is Johnny123. So he'll put that on here. Click save. And now you can see Johnny has a game connection for Rocket League. If you go back to your team and under your members tab, you will see this Rocket League icon here, because that that shows you that that student or that individual has added a game connection for this particular game. So if I had a game connection for Super Smash Brothers, you would see a Super Smash Brothers icon here as well.
Is there a limit to how many connections a student could have?
There is no limit. And they don't, by adding their game connections, that doesn't mean they have access to compete in any competition. I know that confuses a little schools. Some schools, teachers will say, oh, they have a game connection for Call of Duty, but we're not allowing them to participate in Call of Duty. That game connection is just them putting their gamer tags on their profiles. It doesn't mean that they're registered for that particular game. Just wanted to point that out.
So if it doesn't connect them to the game, is that kind of like a kind of a self-described profile of sorts? Like just what's the purpose?
Yes, so the purpose of adding the game connections, when students are queuing up on the dashboard and they receive an opponent, from there, they're creating custom matches within the particular game that they're playing. And then some games require that you add each other as friends or input the students' gamer tags into those, into that process of creating that custom match. So that's why we have to add those game connections. Additionally, students will need to add the correct game connections. So if they have a game connection on their profile, but they're playing with a different gamer tag, that is not allowed. So it's another verification process to make sure that students have added the right game connections, and that's the game connection or the gamer tag profile that they're using to participate in the games.
Thank you.
Sure. So I just want to walk you through, now that I've added that Rocket League game connection, I just want to walk you through this process of creating a roster. So you can name your roster, you'll find the particular game, add members. Now you can see that I'm here. If you are trying to add a student to a roster, but they have not added their game connection for that game, they will not show up when you're trying to add members. They will only show up if that student has added a game connection for that particular game. So if I had Kendra on my team and I wanted to invite Kendra and put her on Rocket League, but she doesn't have her Rocket League game connection set, I won't be able to add her on this roster until she does so. We have a few guidelines here that you'll agree to. Click Save, and now you have your Rocket League roster. You can also click into this roster, see which students are on it, if they need any passes, which I don't believe, and Kendra can confirm, that you guys will be needing passes for their tournament. You'll just create your rosters and enroll. You won't need to assign any passes as far as I'm concerned. So once you have your roster, the last step would be to register for the competition. So I went back to the communities and found the San Diego County Office of Education community, because this is where I can see all of the games just related to San Diego County. If I went over here to tournaments competitions, you'll see all of the current competitions that we are running. It can get a little confusing if you're looking for multiple things. So best way to just find your stuff, find your San Diego County community, and then you can go to tournaments here. Okay, so now I have my roster. I can register. Here, my roster will populate. And then I'll click register now. So since I'm still pending approval for the county, I can't register at the moment, but if I were in the approved member, I would just click that register now, and then that roster would be good to go. Any questions that we have on the platform or anything that I need to go over again?
When we're done with the platform, can you just go back and show the slide of what games are going to be played on console versus others, please?
Yes, yes.
I have a question. If we have, say, 1 or 2 people that want to play the Rocket League instead of a team of 3, is there a way for them to still participate, or do we need a full team?
You do need a full team. So you will need to put at least 3 students on the roster. If you did put 2 students on the roster and they try to queue up for the dashboard, our dashboard wouldn't actually let them join the queue because they don't have the required minimum number of students.
But David, this is a unique tournament that if we're taking students from all over San Diego County. So let's say one of them has a friend that goes to a different school, you would be able to add them under yours. We're okay with that for this particular tournament. We just want to get as many students playing, and we think after the year they have had, they deserve that.
Good to know. Thank you.
There's another question in the chat.
Are students allowed to emulate via PC? Is Kendra still in here? I think she had another meeting that she had to get to. I'm going to confirm with Kendra on this comment, and then I will get back to you, Jeff. Okay, so I still have some more information about the queue system to go over if everyone's okay with leaving the game selection.
1 second. Yes, you will receive this in a recording format, as well as some additional, our survival guide and a checkoff form.
And I'll send those out to you in the next day or so.
Is there a limit for the number of students that can play in the Smash tournament from one school?
There's no limit. So if you have 50 students that want to compete in Smash, go ahead and have all 50 compete.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that we are able to provide a fun experience for students. So bring it on.
And if they want to compete in more than one game title, that's okay with us. That's usually how we do it on the HSCL and MSCL side. So if you have a student that wants to do Smash and Rocket League, they're more than welcome to, compete in both titles. So I briefly mentioned the queue system. So this allows students to queue up at an available time that works best for their schedule. On our high school and middle school side, we set aside 2 to 4 different queue times throughout the week that students can choose to compete in. But for this tournament, we've set those times, which you'll see on our website on the dashboard. And then Elisa will be able to send you our survival guide. It also has those queue times on there as well. I'm going to go into some mock-ups that we have created so you can actually see how the queue system works. So for the team games, students will see the join party button here. So each student will need to click join party before they are allowed to join the queue. Once all 3 students have, it's a team game, so for Rocket League, once all 3 students have joined the party, then the join queue button will be available to one of the students, and they'll just click that join queue button, puts them in the queue until the queue system is finished. So once that timer runs out, queue ready, your students will be taken to their match page. So here's the match page where we have a match scores section and a match chat where students can communicate with their opponents. There's also a party chat so they can communicate within their own party as well. And then down here, you can see your opponent. You can see their information. You'll be able to see their gamer tags here where it says game name. And then here's what it looks like when the students have reported their scores. Now for solo games, students won't see the join party button. They'll just see the join queue. So students competing in the solo games such as Super Smash Brothers, they'll just click join queue and then they'll be put in the queue We do have about a 15-minute buffer for our matchmaking system to match students with other students. So that's why you see this time remaining here. Same process, students will be taken to their match page. They can communicate through the match chat, report their score, and see their opponents here at the bottom. Any questions on the queue system? Any questions in general? I think we're all set.
I do have a lot of questions. Sorry, this is kind of the first time for me. So
No, no apologies. Thank you.
As far as the structure of this, so this is a tournament, so I'm assuming that students or teams are being eliminated. Is that how it goes? So we're working towards some kind of a playoff, a finals. I'm asking because this is what the kids are going to want to know.
We do have a one-day playoffs finals championship day that takes place on Friday. And Kendra she's a community lead, so she does all of the competitions and the competition structure. So I'm not sure if we know how many teams will be making the playoffs until we know how many are actually registered. And then from there, we'll let everyone know the playoff structure and how many teams are going to make the playoffs and which teams will make playoffs.
Okay, so we'll be getting more information on that a little bit later on as we get closer and have a better idea about the number of registrants and things like that.
Yes. And I believe it will be leaderboard style. So students with or teams with the most wins will be making playoffs, but we just don't know how many teams until we have a final registration number.
Okay, as far as tech support during the tournament, if students are needing help with logging in, they're not sure where to click, how do we access that?
Yes, we have a full-time support team and they are always on during competitions. So our support team can be contacted at support@highschoolesportsleague.com. This contact information is also in the survival guide. Additionally, if you're on the dashboard, the bottom right, there is a help button. And then you can, or your students, if they have any technical issues or need any assistance, they can submit a support ticket. It'll go straight to our support team, and then they'll be taken care of within hopefully 30 minutes.
That is the thing I'm super excited about because I had some technical difficulties in the last tournament that we ran. So thank you so much for having that.
Of course.
You probably covered this earlier, but this is so this isn't related to like Play VS. These are two separate entities, or are they affiliated? Or because
this is not play versus. This is Esport High School League and the San Diego County Office of Education. We have partnered with them on this tournament and to help us create a San Diego County Esport League.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff, is there any concerns that you have there or any other questions?
No, because I was more familiar with Play VS, and I'm sorry I was late, but I was wrapped up in school stuff and others, and couldn't get in on time. So,
if I could jump in, the Play Versus though, that's the one that sanctions the CIF matches.
Right, that's why I was curious.
Yeah. So I don't see any reason why you can't do both. I mean, but that's a consideration for high schools, I think. We weren't, and I this year we're in Play Versus. Last year we were in the high school esports league. So it's just a matter of what, I guess, primarily where you're headed.
We do
Glenn,
have.
you're correct. I'm sorry, you are definitely correct in that. Yeah, so Play Versus is one of our of competitors, but it depends on what you're looking for in regards to structure and
Yeah.
games and educational opportunity. Yeah, thank you for explaining that too.
And there's no reason why you can't do both. either. I mean, it's not.
Correct. You can, yes,
they're
you
not
can do
mutually
both if you
exclusive.
choose to, for sure.
So question. So on the day of the competition, obviously we're going to have a console and TV and everything set up at our schools, and we're going to be connected online, correct? With other teams, right? That are playing. That's
Yes, so you guys will be using the dashboard to primarily receive an opponent and for your team management. But when you're getting ready to participate in your actual match, that's when it's taken off the dashboard and you're creating a private match within the particular game that you're playing. You're inviting the other team to join, you play your match, and just come back to the dashboard to report your score. But everything is done online.
Okay, and then essentially like to connect those matches, right? You know, between like a match here at set and a match somewhere else, you know, maybe one of the other schools. We just get like some kind of invite code or something like that.
Yeah, so the process is the games allow you to create private matches or custom lobbies. So either it'll be your team or it'll be the opposing team that goes through that process. And then you'll just, depending on the game, you'll receive a lobby code to get into that private lobby, or you'll just be invited to join that match through the gamer tags that your students put on their profiles. And we will have all of these instructions are listed in our game rules. And my colleague David is also writing up how to build custom matches for each of our games. So that should be live on our website within the coming weeks. But the San Diego County gaming game rules and the survival guide is on our website currently. So I'm actually just going to drop a link so you guys can bookmark these pages.
I had a question. Yes, I understand we're doing this virtually, and more than likely some of our students are going to be doing it from home.
Yeah.
But what about for those that are actually returning to site and have their own game room area? How do we do that? We just use our generic gamer tags, because I don't think the kids can switch over from their accounts to the school ones.
No, they can. You should be able to. I think that's relatively seamless, is it not? If they're working if they're on a school computer or if they're working from home, they're logging onto the website. I don't think the platform's the same no matter where you are.
No, but they're logging in through the website with their gamer tags. That's the thing. And apparently, if they try to log in with another gamer tag, so I'm just asking if I should just make a different roster for the kids that are going to be at site with the gamer tags that we have at school.
I understand. Yeah, that would probably be best, whichever works for you. And for those of you that don't know, we do allow students to compete at home or at school. There's no stipulation that students must compete on campus. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
So, and then a question about, you know, when the event is actually happening. Do you think my students are going to be kind of like back to back playing, or are they going to be kind of sitting around waiting for a match, you know, maybe taking 5 minutes or even 10 minutes, you know, before they get to do something? Or, you know, is it action packed, the events?
Yeah, so let me go back to the queue times. So at 5 p.m. Pacific time is Mario Kart, and then we have Smash Bros, and then we have Rocket League and NBA 2K. So if your students are only competing in one title, they will have just one match on Tuesday, they'll have one match on Wednesday, and they'll have one match on Thursday. So 3 matches total per game that students will be able to compete in.
So we have about 8 minutes left in the meeting, and I want to reassure everybody that I'll be sending information out. We have about 40 schools signed up for this right now, but we would love more schools. And we hope that you will help spread the news about this to our schools, to some of your colleagues, if they're interested in your district. And our goal, we would love to have 100 schools competing in this event for our students. And like I said, it's really about the students and allowing them the opportunity to have some fun and to do something really cool this year. And we decided this was one of the ways we could really have a good time with our students and give them something interesting to do. So I will be sending out emails again, and then feel free to forward those out to any of your colleagues. We will have another informational meeting on April 13th. I believe the date is. Again, if you would like to come back to that and ask more questions or bring a partner or a colleague, that is great. And we'll just keep this momentum going for the next month, or actually 21 days until we're ready to go. So everything's been open for you to sign up.
Thank you. You said 100 schools. I'm assuming that, obviously those are going to be different categories: high schools, middle schools, elementaries. We're not going to be thrown into the arena with Owen. I hope not. That wouldn't be fair.
Feeling that happened to us at our last League of Legends tournament, and I threw in our Monarch students who were just learning how to play League of Legends with West Hills High, who had some professionals. And I learned, that was my very first tournament. I learned very quickly that was not fair, like you said, Glenn. So they have a system to help bracket, and so we won't be making that mistake again. Correct?
Though it could be a bit devastating if our elementary students clean his clock. So that could be a problem for him, but certainly understandable for us. So I'm wondering about the elementary schools. I think it's really kind of cool about the elementary aspect of this, because it's a great tributary moving into that that growing community that you want. So I'm wondering, is there an intentional connection between elementaries or elementary districts that want to maybe have a bit of a cohort with each other?
Yes, so I do want to talk about that. The elementary schools will not be playing against the middle schools and the high schools. There are specific games that we have catered for them, and this is a great introductory for them into the space of gaming, right? Social gaming for them more than it being competitive. So like we start any other type of sport or activity, if it's basketball, football, or drama club, we start in elementary, right? So this is the go to get them more engaged and help them find their space as they continue to move forward through their education, through different activities and things like that, and also applying education to it. Like I understand there is a couple of educators here today that focus on video game design, right? Applying that, robotics, and other aspects that drive STEAM, STEAM as a whole. But and one more thing, the tournament aspect it's going to be a lot of fun. There will be prizing going on based off how Alicia and their team set it up. This is not for the students to have to be overly competitive and dominate each other, but more of an experience for the students on what we do at Generation Esports and for the educators as well.
Totally understand that, got that, very clear. That was very clear. But what I was asking is about the other, I thought I heard another elementary on this call besides middle and high. Is that correct? Is there another elementary in here?
Yes.
Right. And so the thought was, for elementaries, we're kind of a unique group. I thought it'd be nice to have maybe, for example, Brooke and I being able to connect about our journey together, kind of a 12-step program for esports between the two of us or something like that. So I would love to connect with others that are in the elementary journey, just so we can maybe have a little, PLN, so to speak.
I love that idea, Glenn. And one of the things at the county that we're looking to do is to put together networks and those PLNs for our esports folks that want to do that. So, and eventually have meetings where we can. I don't know if you've ever seen our esport ecosystem, but that was one of the things in that ecosystem that we would like to do, because the issues at an elementary school will be very different from high schools. High schools may be looking for scholarships, and they may be wanting to have somebody come in from UCI, or they may want to be doing mentoring, which we now started a mentoring program with Pepperdine. Our Pepperdine students are mentoring with, we started a pilot. Whereas elementary, they may want to be talking about, good gaming and how not to rage quit and how to understand, some Minecraft issues and things like that. So every group would have something different. So that is part of our PLN that we hope to get out there next year.
Yeah, I don't mind starting this year with that conversation, to be quite frank. And one of the other things, so Brooke, call me. The other thing is that I think for all of us, there's so much chatting that goes on in gaming. There's so much communication that goes on. I think it would be reasonable to really emphasize, maybe even going into this year and the next year, just this idea of leveraging this opportunity for good digital citizenship for everybody, regardless of age.
That's very true. And we have a curriculum that I can send out to everybody that we created with NASAF on good gaming, and it's in Flipgrid, and it's free, and it has been used throughout the United States. So we can send that to you, and it goes through modules, and some of our after school programs actually use it for their after school club. So students have to go through every single module before they start to play, because it does go over everything from, good gaming to nutrition to careers. It's kind of an all inclusive. And then with Pepperdine University, we have a pilot program where some of their gamers who are also college students come into the high school, and they have a monthly curriculum that they follow, where they go over, scholarships and time management and how can you be a gamer and a college student. And one thing that they go over that our students really like is they go over careers. So we have somebody who she's completing law school. However, she's on the esport team at Pepperdine, and her goal is to become a lawyer in the esport world. So it really gives them this view that gaming is not only about playing the games or creating the games, but you can be part of this community in a really different capacity. And that's something we're really proud of, working with Pepperdine University, because who doesn't know Pepperdine? And we also are working closely with UCI on that. Our goal is for the fall to expand it with only San Diego colleges, and Pepperdine will work with their LA colleges, but we'll have UCSD, San Diego State. Hopefully some of our community colleges will be involved as well.
Sounds terrific.
Alicia, maybe you can, in the email, send a link for that NASAF. Everyone should join that. That's really, they have some really fantastic materials. They have curriculums. They have a lot of nice graphics that will explain the various pathways related to esports and gaming in general. And it's free.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Owen, when you?
The NASAF.
Oh, the NASAF, yes. Yeah.
Have a link for them to join. It's free.
NASAF is amazing, and they're part of the county offices of ed. And so we've partnered with them on numerous activities. And then for the tournaments and the league, that's how we came to partner with High School Esport League.
When you get that link, I would join that. All the teachers that are here, that's just, they're really geared in towards the curriculums and the pathways related, career pathways in gaming. So even for elementary, it's great. Same thing as Little League football. There's all different facets, you can be a tech, you can be a salesman, you can be a teacher. There's any number of things, and they've kind of drawn those all together, and there's some nice graphics they have and things like that that really kind of crystallize things.
Absolutely.
It helps when the kids are gaming for my classes, they throw that up on the screen so their parents say, all right, go ahead. I guess it's purposeful gaming. That's what I teach. That's the word I teach them the first day of class. So when the parents walk by and they say they're doing their homework and Rocket League's on, there's a reason for that.
All right, so I want to honor everybody's time, and we will be sending out emails to you. So please look for those and let your colleagues know that this is happening. We're here to help. I know Shannon put her email in the chat. You all know how to get a hold of me at the county office. I'm the one sending out all those emails, and we'll continue to do so. So any last minute questions?
I also put our website in the chat, and you can get to the High School Esports League website there. You can also get to NESEF there.
And we will be hosting another follow-up meeting here in I think another week and a half. So please join. Definitely, you probably have more questions after going to the platform or things that you can think about. As Shannon left her information, you can also contact us and we can walk you through on a call through the platform. So you're not in it by yourself. Please lean on us to guide you through the process.
Thank you. This is very helpful.
Great. Well, thank you, everybody. Looking forward to seeing all your students play. Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks again, everyone. We're very excited. Thank you.
Take care.